Okay, hi there folks, this is Kim Willis again and I have another video review for you. This one is about an Australian internet and webinar marketing guru by the name of Steven Essa. Steve Essa. If you've been around the traps for a while, you've probably heard of Steve. He's a larger-than-life personality. He's an ex-rock and roll band leader. He was a singer, loves the limelight, a born showman. If you ever go to one of his seminars, you're going to love him. Now, let's have a look at his income sources. First up, he does actually have a product. It's a software product called Webinator, and it's designed to kind of facilitate the process of webinar selling. So it has all sorts of features that will help you, if you choose to go down this webinar selling track, will help you to organize your webinars and make your business run more smoothly. He also has courses, including online courses, do-it-yourself kind of courses, as well as his weekends. And he's built quite a name for himself with the weekends. He runs the weekends in Australia. He also runs them in the UK. He's got quite a presence in both of those countries. And he may well have run them in other countries as well, but they seem to be his two main, centers of focus. But I haven't been to his seminar, but his weekend workshop seminar program. But by all accounts, it's a pretty exciting kind of a program, and he's very good at getting people to believe that they can do something themselves, that they can actually implement a given strategy, even though it may be really scary for them. He's good at getting them to believe that they can do it. And one of the methods that he apparently uses in his workshop program is he does like a live demonstration with one of the students, and they basically build a campaign from scratch, real time. Okay? And when people see it actually happening, their belief level tends to go up because they think, well, that doesn't look that hard. Maybe I could do this myself. So this is a really smart way of doing business and a really smart way of teaching students how to do it, because it's not, and it's not just about the how. It's about the why, and it's about the can I do it myself. That's what it's really about. You can fill your brain full of information, but it doesn't mean you're going to do anything. In fact, people buy courses all the time, and the implementation rates are extremely low, less than 5%. And one of the main reasons for it is lack of belief. People don't really, in their heart of hearts, in their minds of minds, if you like, they don't really believe that they can do it. So they stall, they hesitate, they suffer from a condition known as paralysis of analysis. So you don't want to be in that boat. And this technique that Steve uses, and he's not the only one that uses it, but the technique that he uses certainly will help instill people with more belief and confidence. Now, brickbats, entrepreneurial strategies, and I've said this before, and I really talking about people who are high-octane promoters. People like Rick Otten in the property field, Steven Essa in the internet marketing, webinar marketing arena, Brett McFall. Actually, all three of them are Australians. Does that tell us something? Brett McFall could sell ice creams to an Eskimo. And he gets people to the point, and not just him, Steve's the same thing, same deal, Rick Otten, same. They get people to the point where they believe they can do it. Anybody can do it. Anybody can do it. Just like me. I'm no different to you. But the reality is that they are different to us. They're born entrepreneurs, hustlers, salesmen. Okay? So entrepreneurial strategies may be difficult to implement by non-sales types. So it's a matter of just saying, well, I want to immerse myself in this stuff, and I'm going to give it my absolute best. Despite the fact that I'm not really a salesman, I'm not really a presenter, I'm not, that comfortable doing webinars, etc. Because that's what Steve is really promoting. He's promoting webinars as the primary way to do business. And of course, lots of people are not comfortable about presenting, etc. So, how do we overcome that? How do we overcome those fears and those doubts and anxieties? Well, I guess one way to do it is to go to one of those weekend workshops and fully immerse ourselves in the program. And that may be enough to get us over the line. But there are other techniques that you can use as well. Break it down into manageable bites. Sometimes it just looks too big and too daunting when I see this whole thing. Oh, I've got to, go and create webinars and sell from webinars. But break it down into manageable bites, step by step, one little step at a time. Give yourself a reward for each step completed. Lots of different ways, but that's not what this review is about. But just giving you a little bit of background here to say that if you're a non-entrepreneurial type, and let's face it, most people are not entrepreneurs in terms of their personality. They're not natural kind of selling type people. It will be more of a struggle for you, but it doesn't mean to say that you can't make it happen. Bouquets. He has a larger-than-life personality. He is great at getting people excited, and that can be good and bad, but let's focus on the good. Let's say that the good is that he has inspired a lot of people to make a difference. He's inspired a lot of people to try these strategies, and indeed, many of them have succeeded. But there are lots of others that may not have succeeded from it, but it's probably more to do with their own inertia than anything else. But you need somebody like that, somebody that can, get people excited, get you excited, and when you're excited, the fear tends to abate. The question is, how long will the excitement last before the fear takes over again? And that's why you've got to get into action fast. You've got to do it because you're fighting an internal battle between the forces of good and evil in your brain. His automated webinar system makes it easy for people to run their own webinar program. So that's another bouquet for Steve. Now, let's have a look at the links. Let's have a look at some of the pages that are associated with Steve Essa, and we'll do that right now. Okay, let's have a look at 4 websites here, all relating to Steve Essa. Now, this is his website, and this is the homepage for his website. Voted #1 speaker in the world of webinars. I think that was it. It's changed on me. World expert in webinars. He's also a software developer. You've got links through to his programs, Steve Live, and of course his blog. I note that his blog is not completely up to date, but there is some good content on his blog. How to multiply your sales by 10 in 2016. Another one here, this is a good one. Discover 100 webinar ideas to help get you unstuck today. He gives good value with his content. It's not just pitchy, hypey fluff. He does give good value. Not only with his blog, but also with his YouTube channel, which I'll get to shortly. Okay? He's not a super active blogger. His focus is more on, presenting via video. Okay, programs. Webinator. That's his software program. The webinar seminar. Okay, so it's an online seminar, webinar, and then coaching, which I think includes his weekend program, face to face. Yeah, this is where he does a lot of his business. That third one. Stephen, well, you can read that yourself. He used to be a rock and roll guy, a singer, a guy who loves, loves an audience, loves the limelight. He's a bit of a showman, character, a real character, interesting guy, funny guy, and you know, a lot of people love Steve Essa. This is a page for his Webinator software, webinator.biz, if you want to have a look at that, and you can get a better idea. But basically, it's designed to facilitate the webinar process, and just makes it that much easier. You can manage your statistics and all the rest of it. Okay, then we have another website, mywifequitherjob.com. Okay, so this is a blog post about Steven Essa. Okay, so this I shows these things a bit from time to time because I just want to give you an idea as to what you can do to get some traffic happening for yourself. Okay, you create a website or a blog site, and you start writing content, creating content around people that are doing interesting things, such as Steve Essa. So this person has done exactly that, and it looks like it's a blog post combined with a podcast. And there's the podcast there, but we've got some text as well, and then there's a transcript of the podcast. So you might want to try out that website so you can learn more about Steve Essa from a third-party point of view. mywifequitherjob.com. And then finally, I've got Steve's YouTube channel. And the name of his YouTube channel is Webinar Guy. Webinar Guy. Okay, so check that out. And I had a good look at this webinar channel, it'd be more than a year ago now, and I was really impressed with the quality of the content. He gives a lot away, and you know, that in turn tends to draw people closer to him. They have more trust in him. They have more belief in what he's doing. Okay, so there's testimonials on this YouTube channel as well. So you should have a look at that if you have any interest in the topic of selling with webinars. All right, this is Kim Willis. Hope you enjoyed that. Bye for now.